What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph. You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're going back to In Flames. Yes, indeed, In Flames Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Lena, and Lena wanted to see me react to this song by In Flames called Bullet Ride. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second. Yeah, I recognize this song. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by In Flames, okay? And the video has 235,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Bullet Ride 2020 Remastered. That's all I got. I have no idea if we're in the right spot or not. There's no name of the band up here. It doesn't say In Flames anywhere. So I'm going to have to trust Lena here to give me the right link. So I'm using the link she gave me. So if we're not in the right spot, don't blame me. Blame Lena. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Saw that coming.
Do you aim for the shadow? How infected is life? The dark that binds you. Rise and rise, our sound. In darkness, we run you down. Silence screaming, turning twisted the off.
And we're into the chorus. It's not bad. was really hoping we would have a follow-up to Meet Your Maker, which I still am buzzing over that song. It's been a month, and I've got that song on repeat, man. I listen to that song at least once a day. At least. Every day. Sometimes I'll listen to it 2 or 3 times in a row. Just bam, bam, bam. I love that song. I was really kind of hoping we would have a repeat. Unfortunately, we do not. This is a little different. A little bit of an understatement. No real melodic singing at all. There's some spoken word. Yeah, down here like this. Just talking as low as we possibly can in pitch, dropping our voice as low as we can. And I don't really call that, singing. I'm sorry, I don't. There's no way I could possibly call that singing. That's just spoken word. And then the pre-chorus and the chorus is all gravel voice. It's all grit and growl. Yeah. It is what it is. It's fine. What I really found entertaining, let's just say 2 minutes. We'll just say we're at 2 minutes. Let's go back to the beginning here. That opening riff, tell me this doesn't sound like Queensryche. Not from a rhythmic standpoint, not from a feel and drive standpoint, purely from a chordal progression standpoint. Tell me this doesn't sound like Queensryche. Just try to imagine. Don't take the drums into account. Just the chords. Just the chordal progression. That just absolutely screams Queensryche to me. This other section in the verse. I like this. I like the verse. If I'm being honest, I can't believe I'm going to say this. The verse has been my favorite part of the entire song. Yeah, right here. Do-do, do. Or D sharp, I think. Kind of has a slight Testament feel to it, just ever so slightly. Like what's that song? Gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Like, it's kind of like the instrumental before, I think it's an instrumental before More Than Meets the Eye. I think there's a do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. I think that's how it goes. Kind of gives me vibes of that a little bit. I like the guitar work there. I really do. It's to me, that's the hook. That's the hook of the song, is that guitar work right there in the verses. I like it. I do. I think it's really well done. I think it's very tastefully done. It leaves how should I put this? It leaves you satisfied. It leaves you satisfied. You're satiated, but you still want more. You know what I mean? You still want more of what they're serving up. But what they're giving you, it'll do the deed. It'll satisfy you. You know what I mean? I like it. It's very pleasing to the ear. The notation, and I think part of it. I think part of it's the guitar notes. I think part of it is what the guitar is playing, but I also think part of it is the guitar tone. There is just a slight, ever so slight overdrive on that. But for the most part, it's a clean tone. Maybe There might be a very light chorus on there, possibly, but the guitar tone is really resonating with me, along with what the guitar is actually playing. It sounds really good. I like it. Let's pick it up here at the 2-minute mark. Let's get back into this. Oh, perfect. It's good. Doesn't help that my first time. Strong ending. Strong ending. I like it. It makes sense. It's not fair, man. It's just not fair. I'll tell you what I mean by that. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was In Flames with Bullet Ride. This was a request from Lena. All right. I know everybody's like, what's with the sigh? I promise, guys. I promise you. We're going to talk about it. Let's get to the score, and we're going to dive all the way into this, I promise you. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.4. What does that mean? Well, a 7.4 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, 7.4, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Yeah, that's B as in boy, B+. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Perspective is such a funny thing. There's 2 words I want y'all to remember right now. One of them is perspective, yes, absolutely. And the other one's comparison. And it's kind of funny how they go hand in hand. I love competition. I absolutely do. I love competing. I used to love when I was allowed to. Not allowed to do it anymore, but when I was allowed, before my neck, when I was allowed to compete in martial arts tournaments, I used to love competing. I would look forward to tournaments. I went to every single tournament without fail, except World Championships. That was an expense. You could not go to World Championships without spending at least, anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 minimum. So I went once to experience it, but not what I would want to go to on a regular basis, not every year. But I mean, I would go to all the nationals, I would go to all the states, I would go to all the trials, I would go to all the regionals. I would do all of the tournaments I could possibly go to because I loved competition. But there was always one thing that kind of bugged me. And unfortunately, this is just a reality, and there's no fix. There's absolutely no fix for this. Perspective and comparison going hand in hand. So you have 3 people going up. They're all doing the exact same kata. They're all doing the exact same form. Okay? They're all blue belts. They're all first dan blue. They're all 1 stripe blues, right? Okay, they're all doing the exact same form. And depending on the luck of the draw, there's going to be someone who's going to go first, someone's going to go second, and someone's going to go third. And there's always going to be that what if, because you see one person do their form first, and you get your base for that, right? You get your baseline for that, and then the second person comes up, and they do their form really well. Maybe a couple little things, look a little tiny bit different. It's the same moves, just maybe executed just ever so slightly different. And then the third person comes up and the same thing. No mistakes at all. Everyone did the form flawlessly, okay? But the technique, maybe one was just had a little more of a snap in the wrist. Maybe another one had a little more head snap before the turns. Maybe another one had a little more of a tighter concept on relax explode, And you're sitting here as a judge, and you have to look at that and go, these are the scores I'm going to give these 3 individuals. But this is where this is going to tie into this reaction. Because I know people are going, what does this have to do with the reaction? Trust me, I have a point. Okay, here comes the point. What if the second person had gone first? What if the third person had gone second and the first person had gone last? Would that have changed the scores? Honestly, quite possibly yes. I mean, perspective can have an influence on competition. It can. And I know this is not a competition, but here's where I'm going with this. Last month, I heard another song from In Flames called Meet Your Maker. I loved that song. Absolutely loved that song. And I listened to that song. I am not even exaggerating when I say this, folks. I listen to that song every day, at least once, sometimes 2 or 3 times, sometimes 2 or 3 times in a row. Just listen to it, rewind, listen to it again, rewind, listen to it again. I do that. Sometimes I'll listen to it 2 or 3 times spaced out over the course of the day. Sometimes I just don't have time. I can only listen to it once, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of that one time. I guarantee you. Now we get to this song, In Flames, Bullet Ride. And I'm just not as thrilled with it as I was with Meet Your Maker. Now, here's where perspective comes into play. What if last month I had Bullet Ride? And this month I had Meet Your Maker? Would that have changed my outlook on this song? If I heard this song first, would I have enjoyed this song more? More importantly, if I had heard this song first and I heard Meet Your Maker second, would have had a negative impact on how much I enjoyed Meet Your Maker. See what I mean? This is where the scaling comes into play. This is where perspective comes into play. And I know this is not a competition. It absolutely is not a competition. But I just wanted to use that competition at martial arts tournaments as an example. Okay, so I know it's not a competition, but I didn't enjoy this song as much as I think I would have if I had heard this song first. I think if I had heard this song first, I think I would have enjoyed it more. But what kind of an impact would that have had on Meet Your Maker? See that now, and this is where I start to question reality. I'm glad it turned out the way it did, because I cannot imagine not enjoying Meet Your Maker as much as I do. I wouldn't want that. I think that's the point I'm trying to make here. I wouldn't change a thing. I know I want to enjoy this song more than I do, but I don't want to do that at the expense of losing how much I enjoy Meet Your Maker. Which is a shame. It's a real shame. It's a bit of a detriment to this song on a personal standpoint. Now, looking at the song objectively, they did not do anything wrong. They did everything right, man. They sounded really good. I dug the tune. I love that intro, that guitar riff. It really, it kind of gave me Queensryche vibes, like somewhere between Operation Mindcrime and Empire, somewhere in there. Like, imagine if you take the song Empire and put it in the style of Operation Mindcrime. It kind of had that vibe to it a little bit. The verse is absolutely the hook. I love the guitar riff in the hook. The thing is, that usually is not my bag. It's usually not my jam. That kind of relaxed, solo note picking, sparse, and that's usually not my thing. But I gotta say, out of the entire song, it had the biggest hook without question. And that's a good thing. At least it had a hook. How many songs have I had on the channel that haven't had a hook? Quite a few. So I'm glad this song at least had a hook. It's a weird hook, but it's still a hook. The pre-chorus and the chorus, there was separation, and I'm glad they put that break right in between the two, just for a quick little 2-beat break. I thought that was very smart, because it kept the pre-chorus from bleeding over into the chorus, and now there's no differentiation. Now it's like, wait a minute, where's the split? They made it very obvious where the split was. I like that little break there. It makes sense. Vocally, not the most impressive work I've heard from these guys. The vocal work on Meet Your Maker, I thought, absolutely blew the vocal work on this song completely out of the water. The melodic singing in both with a solo voice and with the harmonies, the melodic harmonies in Meet Your Maker, just clearly head and shoulders above the vocal work in this. They didn't do anything wrong. I just wasn't impressed as much as I was with Meet Your Maker. Now this song, the vocal work, they did a fine job with the grit and growl vocals. It was done well. It was done clean. I'm just personally not the biggest fan of it, but I mean, they didn't do anything wrong when they did it. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. The chordal progression made sense. It did have some nice groove to it. I like the intro with the guitar work, and I like the guitar work in the verses. Other than that, there's really nothing to complain about. I mean, I love the ending. The ending was strong. I like a good, solid, strong ending. Put that exclamation point at the end of the sentence. I love that. So yeah, I mean, a 7.4. It's not bad. It's a really good score for what I feel is actually a really good song. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.4, which is a really good skill rating. 4 out of 5 stars. and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.